What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. It's Friday. Hope everyone's doing well. Honey, we are down here. I'm just going to talk about some random topics, I guess. I did watch the Vanderpump's Rule reunion, and it was really good. And like I was saying on the other videos, that I am happy that they I'm happy that they didn't that they left it uncensored, because there's nowhere to park. And she just pulled in my parking space. Heifer. I wanna be in the shade, but I guess I guess we can go until the damn camera turns off, because I'm just gonna park right here. I don't care. Because I want to go walking, and I don't want to go to the other park and walk. I want to walk at this park here. But anyways, so we are down here, honey, to talk about what's on the blogs, a little bit of Vanderpump Rules.
I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
Vanderpump Rules was good. Like I said, I love the fact that they left it uncensored. I feel like they should do that for every reunion, for all of the Bravo shows. Let the profanity, let the cuss words fly. I really feel like they cussed so much on this Vanderpump's Rule reunion that they wouldn't have been able to have a show, because they was cussing so much. A lot of people had, things to say about James and Lala being the peanut gallery. I feel like Ariana didn't have as much smoke as I wanted her to have, and I felt like Lala and James, they came in from the rear with the smoke that Sandoval and Rachel needed to have. Okay, come on, Rachel. When I tell you they were eating her up, they was eating her ass up. She tried to come out. It's funny because the way that she speaks, I really think she's a sociopath. I do. I think, I hate to label people in that way, but not crying, the way that when she does show emotion, how it's not, there's nothing there. It's literally nothing there. And I'm glad that they told her, you feel nothing. She was like, I feel really bad. And they were like, no, you don't. You don't feel bad. You don't feel anything. The interview at the very end, where she had on that blue, it was really telling, because she was actually telling the truth about, how the relationship progressed between her and Sandoval. She did have sex in their house. Bitch, I'm gonna tell you something. Girl, I'll be on her ass. Where does she work? So we could be sitting out in front waiting for her. Girl, what? You was fucking in my house? Girl, no respect, right? Saying that she couldn't stop, hold on. The attraction, I guess, to Sandoval. She could not stop it. She kept going, right? Sandoval trying to cry. They were like, girl, cut it out. They messed with each other in Mexico. After you kissed Schwartz, you was fucking Sandoval. Like, girl, that's why I thought it was weird when he was like, here's his room key. Here's his room key. And they had already been screwing, right? They messed around that in Mexico. She didn't say how many times. Did she say more than once? And the producer was even like, girl, you've already ripped the Band-Aid off. You might as well tell everything. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, I really don't want to say everything, because Sandoval is really the last friend that I have. And kind of, I don't want to mess that up. They asked Sandoval, was he in love with her? He said he was. It's weird. It's not in love. It's really an infatuation, from my perspective, from her end and on his end. It's an infatuation. It has nothing to do with love. And what else happened? Ariana, when Schwartz was like, he was like, I thought we had a connection. She was like, we did. And even Lisa was like, that's so weird. How could you sit there and you know, first kiss Schwartz and then have sex with Sandoval, like all in the same time, and then act like, you know, she was like, I was just being selfish. And Ariana called her subhuman. She said she was vile. She was disgusting. She said that she was no, even Andy said what you did was diabolical. Yeah, it was. And you know, so many people are online talking about, you know, how can Ariana be so upset she was cheating with Sandoval when he was still with Kristen? The difference is they weren't friends. That's the difference. The difference is, um you know, Ariana wasn't up in Kristen's face, you know, talking to her about the relationship she was having with her boyfriend while also having sex with him. There's a lot of different variables that you have to include in this situation that's completely different from the situation with Kristen and Ariana. I mean, it was completely different. And, you know, saying that they're all cheaters. Yes, they're all cheaters. And I feel like, and that's when I said Lala, you know, they didn't really explain it right. Like, we were doing all of this stuff, sleeping around, you know, sleeping with each other, sleeping with somebody's man or whatever. We did all of these things when we were a little bit younger. And Rachel is new to the group, and so she was trying to, you know, live her life and be selfish, she said, because she, you know, was always a people pleaser. It's almost like she had a, maybe it was after the girls trip and she was like, you know what, fuck these bitches, I'm gonna just fuck they men, I'm gonna just screw with them. And that's why she said she doesn't even remember telling Lala, it's a good thing you don't have a man, so you don't have to worry about me sleeping with your man. But saying that and then knowing afterwards she started messing with Sandoval after that. Um, what else was what? Damn, that big ass truck, and you still didn't provide any shade. Damn it, pulling up and still didn't provide no damn shade. Anyway, your little self. He hopped out of that big ass truck, and I'm still taller than him, girl. Anyways, what else happened on the show? Yeah, you know, them cheating, all of them being cheaters, right? A lot of people had, you know, their opinions about them all being cheaters. And like I said, I just feel like they have all grown out of that. And now you have this woman who wants to sleep around the crew: Peter, James, Schwartz, Sandoval, Brock. If Brock was a scoundrel, she probably would have fucked around with Brock, because Sheena said that her, Brock, and Raquel would sleep in the same bed. Of course, Sheena said she was in the middle, but, you know, Brock said he never gave her any, like, indication that he would be interested in something like that, because she did ask him, did she, you know, come on to you or whatever. Lala was tearing Raquel up, Raquel, and then she was like, it's like a nickname. Girl, you just changed your name. She said her name was a nickname, kind of like Lala. She's like, no, Lala is a nickname, right? Because Lala's name is Lauren. She was like, Lala is a nickname. Rachel, you just changed your name from Rachel to Raquel. She said when she was in elementary school, because there was other Rachels in her class, so she changed her name to Raquel. But it's not legally changed, so her name is Rachel. And they just Raquel is Spanish, I guess. What else happened? Andy, no, it was Lisa. It was Lisa that was just like, I can't believe it. Oh, the part, that's what Lisa was saying when Raquel and Ariana were standing there talking. Remember, they were having their lemon shots or whatever. It was at the sandwich. Was it at the sandwich event? Yeah, I think it was. I was trying to remember what Ariana had on. It was at the sandwich event where they had, you know, they had it at in the garden bar, right? And they were having a conversation, and Raquel, after sleeping with this woman's boyfriend, right? And even like Lisa was like, it was damn near common law. Y'all been together for 9 years. It's damn near common law. Y'all bought a house together. And this woman is standing across from you who is actually sleeping with your boyfriend, talking to you about intimacy with your boyfriend, talking about, do you guys have sex with your, are you guys having sex and all this other stuff. That's the kind of betrayal, right? It's not about, yeah, Ariana did it to Kristen. No, it's this woman standing across from her having this conversation about her boyfriend while she's screwing her boyfriend. Girl, I'm going to choke you. I'm going to twist your goddamn head off of your body. I'm going to try, because that's the level of betrayal. You sitting up in my face. And I feel like that's what makes Rachel like a sociopath. I feel like she was getting off on that, being able to sit across you and be deceptive as she was. She said she doesn't want to be deceptive. She was trying to cry in the back. No tears, right? No tears. I really feel like she was enjoying being able to deceive these people, having these people feel like she's this, poor little bird who needs to be helped throughout the friend group. She needs some, confidence. We need to boost her up with confidence because she doesn't have a lot of confidence after she broke up with James. Bitch, remember when James told her that, when she got a nose job and she didn't like her nose job, Rachel, right? She didn't like her nose job. Was it, I think it was last season. Was that last season where James told her? Yeah, it was last season because they weren't together this season. James told her, you wouldn't date me if my face was effed up, right? He was like, basically to tell her to fix her nose job. And everybody thought that, oh my God, how could you say that to her? Bitch, when Ariana said, you know who he was having, because they asked him, have you cheated on her? Did you have sex with any other people? Were you having sex? We have come to the conclusion that Sandoval was having sex with other people. It wasn't just Rachel he was having sex with. He was, cheating on, Ariana. And Billie Lee, I was like, Billie Lee is a cutie pie. She was pretty, but they said that her and Ariana and Sandoval had a threesome, and Ariana was like, we have never had a threesome in our relationship. Our relationship is not open. It's not open. And then they asked Sandoval, were you trying to tell people your relationship was open, so if they saw you with anybody else, no one would suspect that you were cheating? And he said no. But yeah, that's what you was doing. That's what you were doing. But Rachel, like I said, I felt like she enjoyed what she was doing. I really feel like that. I really feel like she enjoyed what she was doing. She enjoyed being deceptive. She enjoyed getting over on these women. And just like she was telling Lala, well, you and James had sex, yes, at the beginning of your relationship, one. And two, she was like, I wasn't your friend. That's the difference. That is the difference. Yeah, we've all done our dirt. We all haven't shown up as our best selves in relationships and cheated on our partners. But we're not cheating with our friend's partner. Like, they're not doing that. And that's the big difference that everybody seems to be like, Ariana's no different. Or you get him how you got him, or whatever. He leaves how you got him. You know what y'all be saying. It's different. The betrayal of a friend, somebody that you hug on, somebody that, you cry to. She was like, I was crying about my dog, bitch. When Ariana says she hopes Charlotte haunts her, Charlotte is Ariana's dog that died. It's Ariana's dog that died. She was like, I hope Charlotte haunts you. She's like, I don't wish nothing good for you. Everything bad that can happen to a person, I wish on you. She was pissed. But I feel like she didn't have enough smoke for me. She didn't have enough smoke. She teared up a few times, but she didn't have enough smoke for me. So that's why I feel like Lala and James were good there, because you're not really getting at her like I want you to get at her, Ariana, But she did cuss around. She was like, and after I cried to you about things, you thought it would be a good idea to go fuck my boyfriend. Like she was cussing at her. Like I said, as much as Ariana was cussing, they had to leave it uncensored. Every time something came out of her mouth, the F word was included in whatever she said. What else happened? Like I said, Raquel, I feel like Raquel is a little sociopath. Like, I felt like she enjoyed it. She felt good about what she was doing. You could catch her at one point in that interview at the end smiling, right? And I know that we cannot determine, how a person expresses themselves, right? People laugh when they're nervous, not when something's funny, right? People might laugh when they're about to cry. Caroline Manzo does that all the time. It's very awkward looking when somebody is trying to keep from crying, so they start kind of laughing because they're embarrassed about crying. She was kind of doing that, where she had like a smile on her face while she was like trying to cry. So it does give off like it's off like what we are used to, people seeing people express emotion. Malcolm Gladwell has a book about that, about how we kind of misjudge somebody's emotions based on what we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing, expressions of happiness as somebody really smiling and happy, expressions of sadness and nervousness. We're used to seeing them a certain way. And when somebody else expresses it, like laughing when they're nervous, right? A lot of children do that and they get in trouble, right? Because what are you laughing at? That's not funny. And it's really because they're nervous and that they don't know, what to do. So for me, when I look at Rachel, whatever her fucking name is, I see somebody who doesn't have the emotion, like the way that she expresses her emotions it looks very inauthentic, and it's just like, girl, you knew what you were doing. And then she tried to say that she was in love with him, and it was like something that she has never felt before, and he listened to her, she felt seen by him, and all of this stuff, child. Lisa couldn't believe that she was standing across from her, like literally talking about their relationship, and had already slept with Sandoval. That's the part that's the betrayal. That's the part where, girl, I want to rip you to shreds, because you have the audacity to stand across from me, talk to me about my relationship with my boyfriend while you are fucking my boyfriend. Girl, I'm going to beat your ass. I want to beat your ass for something like that. That's the part. You consoling me and talking to me about my relationship while you fucking my man, girl. We gonna fight. We are gonna fight to the death. Okay. Let's see what's on the blog. So that was it for Pump Rules, Vanderpump Rules. Like I said, I love being able to hear all the cuss words. Called her a see you next Tuesday. That she told her she was subhuman. It was Lisa for me. Lisa just couldn't believe, like, how could you do that? She was like, how could you kiss one of them and then be sleeping with the other? And the fact that everybody, like, kind of, I guess, misjudged Sandoval, because they were like, we feel like Sandoval's personality wouldn't allow him, his ego wouldn't allow him to try to hook Raquel up with Schwartz and watch them like kiss or make out or whatever while he was in a relationship with her doing it, right? And they were sleeping with each other than longer than they first admitted, right? Girl, let's see what's on the blogs. We about to go. Girl, we about to go because it's getting hot and I'm about to go take my walk. Okay, let's see. Is this the Jasmine brand? Let's go to the Jasmine brand. Let's see. Jamie Foxx's rep shuts down conspiracy theory that C-19 vaccine caused his hospitalization. A gossip journalist, AJ Benza, made an unverified allegation last Saturday while appearing on C-19 skeptic Dr. Drew Pinsky's Ask Dr. Drew podcast. Benza claims he heard Fox had a blood clot after the shot and later suffered a stroke. On Wednesday, a representative for the entertainer told NBC News that Benza's accusations were completely inaccurate. Reports that Jamie suffered a stroke while filming started circulating shortly after his daughter's announcements. No one from Fox's family has publicly acknowledged these reports, sending the star an abundance of love and healing. Yeah, we don't know what is going on with Jamie Foxx. It's crazy. It's actually pretty crazy because nobody can really, when his daughter came out, I was like, well, this is the person we should actually be waiting for to come out. And she said that he's fine and he's at home and they have a new show coming out. But we haven't heard from Jamie Foxx. Nobody. So we don't know what is going on. And at this point, you can't really believe anybody who comes out. His daughter, whomever, his rep, whoever the hell. You can't really believe them. So, yeah, it's really sad. I wonder what's happening. I really do. Shaquille O'Neal spotted at dinner with Brittany Renner in Los Angeles. Ciao. Good luck to you, girl. Girl, there's nothing really happening. There's nothing that I want to talk about. Don Lemon may be asked to return to CNN after network's CEO is fired. Don Lemon may be able to return to CNN following the termination of the previous network CEO, Chris Light. Due to Chris and Don's long-standing animosity, TMZ sources say the prospective reversal of the former anchor's firing wouldn't be surprising. Shortly after Lemon was fired, he said he had no regrets regarding his 17-year tenure at the liberal news network. Lemon said on Twitter that his long-term employer did not have the decency to tell him directly. Lemon says that the network informed his agent of his dismissal. CNN responded to Lemon's allegation on Twitter, writing he was offered an opportunity to meet with management, but instead released his statement on Twitter. Would you like to see him back on CNN? Girl, what is that damn contract going to look like after you done fired me? So now that the CEO is not there anymore, if he wants to go back, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he wants to work. But I've been seeing him out places on boats and stuff, so he's having him a little vacation. He got a little vacation. Megan Good's ex-husband, Devon Franklin, expresses his feelings on her rumored romance with Jonathan Majors. She's happy. That's a blessing. This headline, it says Megan Good's friendship with Jonathan Majors reportedly turned romantic while offering him support amid his domestic violence allegations and charges. Yikes. Girl, that's you? That's you? You gonna be the one? I hate that for her. Is Megan Good less than smart? I don't really know much about her. I know she went with Devon Franklin. The people were like, girl, what? I remember that time she was at the, at something, I don't know where they were at, but they were on stage and some woman said something about the way she was dressed or the way she dresses, comparing it or saying that, you're with this man of God, and if you're a woman of God, why do you continue to dress like that and stuff like that? And he got up and he defended her. But I was like, you want to be the one to support somebody during their domestic violence allegations? Somebody's like, the allegations are, he hasn't been found guilty. Girl, that doesn't mean that lady wasn't strangled and passed out and went to the hospital. Them text messages prove that she was in the hospital. I'm sorry. Them text message when I got out the hospital, child. How could you do that? That's what I was saying earlier this week. It's like, I don't know if I can. I'm not supporting you. I'm not going to, and then become romantically involved with you while you're going through a DV case. That's so weird. It says Devon Franklin opens up about his divorce from Megan Good. On December 21st, 2021, the former couple announced their split after 9 years of marriage. Some social media users speculated that the couple had separated because Good did not want children, but she has publicly denied such allegations, revealing that she still does. In several interviews, the actress revealed that Franklin was the one who decided to call things off. The pastor added that he remains friends with his ex and is happy she appears to have found romance. Good and Jonathan Majors reportedly began dating last month, amid his domestic abuse trial. Paparazzi have spotted the couple out in recent weeks. An insider told People, Meghan and Jonathan have maintained a friendship for some time. According to the source, after charges were brought against Majors, Meghan has shown considerable support towards him. It seems their relationship has developed further from a point, stated the source. His next court date is June 13th. That's next week.
And get good or bad news, and then when you break up, it's like the person is dead, but they're alive. Right. They're still out there, right? But they're dead in your world. Do you and Megan still talk? Are you still friends?
We're still, man, of course. You know, I mean, the love for us has not gone away. You know, it's just changed form.
You're so cute together.
Well, hey, you know, I can't say anything to that.
I wanted to get to flaming hot before all of this, but since we're here, does it upset you when you see her out and about with Jonathan Majors?
Upset me? No, she's happy. That's a blessing.
Wow, you've done a lot
That's
of work.
That's a grown man.
I used to be like that.
Cause I think most people be like, damn, I hope he doesn't get the next movie. I hope the next movie flies. Like,
no, it's not even that. It's like being honest. Like, I feel like that's the part I don't like, that politically correct stuff. It's like, you know, I wouldn't want her to be with somebody who is, has a DV case against them. But if she's happy, then like that. But it's like not mentioning the obvious to me, I feel like is a cop-out. I feel like it's such a cop-out to not like speak honestly. You trying to act like you're the better person without saying anything. And it's like, as long as she's happy, that's a blessing. No, she's romantically involved with somebody who has a DV case against them, who strangled someone until they passed out for trying to grab their phone. Someone who has an irrational response, right? An irrational emotional response that puts someone in the hospital. I would prefer that she find someone who has a better regulation of their emotions. But as long as she's happy, something like that. But I don't know. I don't like the politically correct like way to try to say, oh well, it's a blessing, she's happy. Girl, no, shut up. I don't know who Zion Williamson is, but I've been seeing like these posts. I guess he's a basketball player. His pregnant girlfriend calls OnlyFans model jealous after the woman exposes him for allegedly cheating. And it's just a bunch of, it's the same old story, honey. It's the same old story. Baby mama, unmarried woman online trying to fight the woman that her man is cheating on her with while she's pregnant, girl. What else? What else are we going to do? What else? Let me go to another blog. Jasmine Brand don't have that much going on. Hollywood Unlocked. Little Mo has her cape out again, whoosh, whooshing in the air. Little Mo comes for Farrah Abraham after comments about Tristan Thompson and Zion Williamson. Because she said she needs to open up a consulting firm for dumb fuck athletes. She mentioned Tristan Thompson and Zion Williamson. Here she goes.
Thompson and like Khloe Kardashian stereotypical drama of those not valuing themselves. I wouldn't see this again, but you know what? It just keeps happening. After this news, I just thought, wow, if I had time to open up a Farrah athletes dumb fuck consulting firm for all the dumb fucks out there who are athletes, we would save, for one, children the heartache of being brought into this world like this. But also, I'm just wondering, to the pushers and the strippers, where's the NDAs? Where's the protection? Plan Bs are available, like, at your nearest Target. But yeah, STD checks, ladies, if an athlete, as you know, is not gonna just only be having sex with you, like, why are we not doing STD checks? Maybe you're just out of the industry or just don't value your health. But I thought after the whole Tristan Thompson.
So Zion Williamson, he has a adult film star says she's being harassed after calling out Zion Williamson for getting his girlfriend pregnant. So now Little Mo comes out. She makes a comment. She's always in the comments protecting black men and going up for black men. It's really sad to watch, because she's not going up for black men when their behavior is admirable and honorable. She always goes up for the degeneracy. And maybe that's just, I don't know, but it's so unfortunate to witness. And she does it, like, she's consistent with it. Superwoman is her fucking, that's your title, my nigga, because you be going up for the wrong shit. And it's like, even after, girl, whatever. It's always the ones with the wig and a whole biscuit, look like an artificial intelligent firm face, calling someone names. We not doing this. Stay out of them people's business and check on the non-movement of your mouth before I tell the ancestors to pull up. She's a clown. I've been feeling sorry for you. I remember, let me tell you something. I thought about that the other day. I remember on Facebook, I haven't been on Facebook for years, but I remember on Facebook, it was something, I don't remember what the topic was, but some woman said to me, "You're caping for black men." And I was like, "What? Caping?" And I was like, "What the fuck is caping?" Like, I didn't understand what it was. It was the first time I had heard it, right? I never heard the word caping. And I've shared with you guys that I was male identified at one point in my journey, and I've unlearned a lot of that, as you can tell. But I had to reevaluate when that woman called me out, and I was like, "Caping, what is that?" And she was like, "You are putting yourself in front of and protecting this image of these men, and they don't do the same for you." And I really had to reflect on that, like, damn, she's right. And I really had to, reevaluate how I showed up when it was time to talk about the way black men show up. It's like, why are you seeing their point of view first? Why are you giving them the benefit of the doubt over the woman? Right? And I've changed since then, because I really had to step outside of myself and look back in when somebody because at first when she said that, I was like, "Girl, you don't even know what you're talking about." I'm saying it to myself, but like saying, "Who? You don't know me. You don't know it." But she called it out, and she was right. And in self-reflection, I reevaluated where I stood, and I burned the cape. I unlearned my male identified stances. I stopped giving men the benefit of the doubt before a woman. I stopped seeing the male's point of view. I really had to stop it. And it was because one person was like, "Girl, you caping." And I feel like sad for women who still do that, even, with this understanding and this awareness that they don't do the same for you. They don't get up and put their hands on their hips and poke their chest out to come to your defense. Ever. They don't do it. And so why are you always ready to, and it's not, and then it's not even when they're, like I've said, where they're like behaving admirably. It's when they're like in their degeneracy that you're like, "Wait, I need to protect black men's image." And they don't give a fuck about your image. Matter of fact, they do whatever they can to erase their own image because it looks so much like you, Lil Mo. It's really sad. Somebody said, "So you condoning their actions?" Somebody said, "It's crazy because Tristan would have never stood up for Mo or any black woman publicly." Somebody else said, "These black men that don't claim black women publicly won't have my defense either. Let them deal with the decisions they made." She said, "Ain't nobody defending shit, but we not letting nobody that's not us say they gonna open a center and proceed to low-key call names. Everybody do weird stuff. not just black athletes are those that are aforementioned. My sons are black and are athletes. Girl, just because your sons are black, that means that you have to be tethered to the identity of black men. When your sons get old enough to be sovereign in their own identity, you are not connected to that in any way. Just because you have black sons don't mean that you are tethered to the image of black men, period. I don't give a damn. People try to throw that in my face. Oh, you have black sons. How could you have this? How could you have these opinions? What? What are you talking about? My opinions are off of statistics, observations, experience. So you're telling me just because I have black sons that I have to be tethered to the image of black men? When they get old enough to make their own decisions, my identity is not going to be tethered to them as black men. My hope is the things that I'm teaching them, they'll learn. But I know, okay, I know that when boys go out into their community, they are in community with other men. And those other men are going to have some influence on them. And other men are going to tell them how they relate to women. And it may erase everything that I taught them. But the truth is, I can raise them one way, but when they go out and become their own person, I have nothing to do with that. So God forbid, I'm going to change the way I feel about the collective of black men because I have black sons? That don't even make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. At all. Just because I have black sons doesn't mean my identity is tethered to black men. Sorry. So nobody should throw a stone. That comment she made was covertly racist. If she didn't name names, it's up in the air, but names were named. And that's where the unpacking should begin. It doesn't have anything to do with her being racist. She said these athletes are dumb as fuck. Because you're getting strippers and porn stars pregnant. Haven't you learned anything? Why aren't people signing NDAs? I think that's a consensus that these damn athletes be dumb as hell. Brittany Renner told you, I could tell you how to get an athlete because athletes are dumb, and I could show you how to get to the bag. Brittany Renner told us that because they're dumb as hell. And the fact that, let me shut up. Right message, wrong messenger. Here's Farrah. She says, I don't tolerate women's suffrage. I don't tolerate silencing women's rape culture. I don't tolerate women not being treated like equals. And I hope I made this clear. Women shouldn't come for another woman when the man created the issue. I'll start a recovery program for women like Little Mo who are still lost in woman abuse. Read up on law so you can be correct on the side of history. Men abusing women is illegal. Come on, Farrah. She came back with it. I know that's right. It don't have nothing to do with racism. These niggas are dumb athletes. And we see it every single day. And for you to be like, wait, you're talking about a black man. Girl, these athletes are dumb as hell. Shut up, Lil Mo, damn fool. And I hate to see it. I hate to see you go out like that. But every single time you're in the comment section going up, protecting degenerate behavior. It's like, if you're going to go up for these niggas, make sure it's when they're doing something right. Wasn't Future just giving something away to the kids' schools the other day? Go up for that. Not when he's mistreating women. Girl, what? What's wrong with you? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. That's been long enough. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.